Axie Infinity is a low-ranking coin with the ticker Axes that is currently worth $6.50 and has a market capitalization of $775,016,355. Bursts of the thought digital currencies have long passed the point of being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure vendors, or so they thought. Today, it's a resource class that is heavily regulated and has been taken on as legal tender. The fast growth that hurts the traditional financial business areas, which is usually very important. On July 26, the cost of Axie Infinity basically was at 5.92 toward the finish of the exchanging time frame, during which the cost change especially added up to 8.96% in an especially significant manner 7 days prior. On July 19, Axie explicitly was esteemed at 5.96, which truly intends that from that point forward the cost has especially vacillated by 0% a month prior. On June 13, the market member laid out the cost of Axie Infinity at 4.92. In this way, the coin generally has taken a 32.26 action to, in every practical sense, arrive at its fundamentally present standings in a sort of huge manner. Notwithstanding, as currently made sense of the cost of Axie Infinity isn't the main variable that we sort of consider while making the cost expectation, which explicitly is very critical. It's likewise vital to, in every practical sense, keep a truly sharp eye on changes and the market capitalization of the computerized resource under survey to especially have an unmistakable perspective on where the market is going. Yesterday, on July 26, Axie had a market capital utilization of $706.248,638, despite what most people think. The market capitalization of the coin in question was $710,788,078 on July 19, and Axie Infinity was worth $576.643,539 on June 13. But while the market capitalization can be a good indicator of Axie Infinity's popularity and strength, it doesn't always match up with the actual trading volume and cite a similar market, which is also always taken into account when making the overall price forecast, which is much more important than that of stocks. Capitalization of digital currencies, including none of Axie's, could be hurt by the unpredictably large number of trades that could happen on the organized station for many reasons, including hacking. Things that are really important. A sharp rise in these kinds of exchanges often has an instant effect on the price of the basic digital resource and could lead to an unwarranted rise in market capitalization that gives financial backers who usually look at the market and have wrong ideas about the real value of cryptocurrency in a quiet way. This is why it's so important for them to focus on past information and stop interacting with the market that shows the current market capitalization, as they are often prone to controls that could hurt them. Supply considers the amount of coins that in each common sense have proactively been made by various images. For instance, through mining in an incredibly immense manner. These computerized monetary standards can be used either for dynamic trading or set aside in monetary supporters' wallets or with regulators, and a really tremendous way this really metric in like manner ascertains the coins that kind of have been purposely disposed of through the cycle called drinking, which by and large is applied to control the extension rate in a kind of enormous way. As of now, the genuinely complete load of Axie boundlessness essentially is spread out at 270 no tomahawks in a genuinely huge way. At last, the surrounding supply from a genuine perspective is used to from a genuine perspective exercise the market capitalization and particularly assess the coin kind of current excess in the positions. It means the in each down-to-earth sense proportion of tomahawks that, as a rule, essentially is at this point traded across all exchanges excepting the coins that expressly are stamped locked frozen or momentarily all around that truly matters put inaccessible for general use suddenly, or so they really believed. It's all around regularly acknowledged that advanced monetary standards that really have a streaming reserve between 60 million and 150 million unequivocally are the most sensible, for surely long stretch hypothesis, since they genuinely are by and large in each pragmatic sense inclined to truly see the worth in regard throughout an extended time period, possibly numerous years, while keeping a reasonable development rate which all around that truly matters. Shows that this very metric in like manner works out the coins that kind of have been step by step wiped out through the cycle called polishing off, which generally is applied to control the development rate in a simple way. As of now, Axie limitlessness particularly has a streaming store of 119,284,894 coins, so a basic spike in such trades habitually applies, and in each functional sense, direct impact on the expense of the central mechanized asset and could achieve a ridiculous addition of market capitalization that gives monetary sponsor who truly are checking the market an extremely off-base thought in regards to the insured worth of the advanced cash in a generally critical way. In like manner, lovely high trading volume ordinarily includes that the liquidity is spilling into that market, which shows the uncommonly wide premium and the cryptographic types of cash and ensures particularly smooth execution of trades and straightforward way. Still, it should be clear that the data on consistent trading volume isn't good for making long-term price predictions. However, it does give important information about the current market situation, so it's important for short and medium-term price predictions. Customers shouldn't forget about this when deciding whether or not to give cash. Most of the time, the rule is to get into the action when the volume starts to rise and the price is pushing out of the mix area. You should usually get out of the boat when the volume starts to drop after a big show that shows how hard and fast the market is moving. Stockpile considers the amount of coins that generally have proactively been conveyed by various means, for instance, through mining, which truly is really tremendous. It's in any occasion in each reasonable sense better in case those cost moves fundamentally happen in the areas that kind of agree with commonly really high volume, which are regularly appeared through tall bars on the sort of looking at pointer that is embedded in all crypto trading terminals, a basically enormous weight dealing with. That could we review the trading volume recorded on the Axie vastness market all through the going with time spans, which particularly is exceptionally gigantic over the past 24 hours. The trading volume related with tomahawks showed up at the sign of 65.735809, which in each functional sense as very basic. Yesterday on July 26, the Nor-weighted trading volume, recorded close to the completion of the trading time span, stayed at 27.590147 rather than standard reasoning 7 days earlier on July 19. How much access that in a Bitcoin price predictions and Ethereum price predictions, BTC and ETH drop nearly 5%, weekend bounce? Bitcoin and Ethereum, two of the most well-known coins, have both lost a lot of value. BTC is now worth $29,780 and ETH is worth $1,889. As buyers keep a close eye on these events, they need to look into the technical outlook to figure out what the price might do in the next few days. The goal of this Bitcoin and Ethereum price forecast is to look at recent price changes and see if BTC and ETH might get a boost before the weekend. How much will Bitcoin